Yeah, well, obviously we played very tough opponent in South Florida. Coach Taggart in his fourth year in his system and in his program has done a great job recruiting and got a great scheme. And we, just felt like that from the ball game standpoint. Coming out, we let them score on the first play of the game. They had three one-play drive touchdowns, and that's just tough. Outside of that, you take the 3 one-play scores away. I mean, I thought we did really, really a good job of holding the most explosive offense in our conference to one of their lowest yardage outcome totals of the year, and so it was definitely a ball game from an offensive standpoint. We matched him. We're able to score and keep the game close. We got, trailing 14 points and still had an opportunity in there. We battled back and cut it to 8 and had our chances. We had 2 opportunities inside the red zone in the final 4 minutes of the ball game, and just unable to convert on 4th and 1. And we threw an interception in the end zone, or just shy of the end zone. We had a guy open. Cortland Sutton was open in the end zone, and we felt like that. If we could have got the ball off right there and got it to him, we had a chance to at least, have an opportunity to go for 2 to tie the game up and take it to overtime. But we had our opportunities. Our kids played really hard, but just came up short, unfortunately. And again, a lot of the credit goes to Coach Taggart and what he's done.
Any questions for Coach Chad Morris, please? Star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
We'll go first to Dan Tortora at Wake Up Call DT.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Hey, Dan. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. To take a look at where your team currently is, we've talked this entire season about you seeing all of these moments and seeing the progression, and maybe the wins didn't show that. But this year, to be 3-4 in the conference, 5-6, you got one more game to go and another opportunity to make a bowl game. Just what you can say about the progression of this team and how it's starting to finally show up in the win-loss column as well.
Well, I think that we've definitely turned the corner in this program. There's no question about that. And just watching our kids play and just seeing the hurt in our locker room this past week of coming off of a tough loss. But I'm extremely proud of where we are in this program. It's about staying the course. It's about just one day at a time. And just doing the little things, not deviating on our standard, not leaning one way, or just staying the course. And I think you're starting to see that. It's just the ability to just be 1-0 today, and getting that mindset in our players. And so I'm extremely proud of them. I just as we built a culture, year 1, we laid the foundation. Year 2 here is now about building off that foundation, and I think you definitely see that if you put it in terms of building a house, you definitely see some walls going up. These kids believe in what we're doing. They believe in our coaches. They believe in our system, and they know that it's a day-to-day just opportunity to get better each and every day. So very pleased with it. We're in a conference that anybody can beat anyone on any given Saturday. And that's what is so competitive about this conference. But we had our chances the other night against a top 25 football team, and really played our tail off. So you're seeing that. You're seeing how hard these guys are playing, and from where we were 23 months ago to where we are right now is light years. And as I share with the players all the time, the wins will come. We can't control the outcome. The only thing we can control is how we respond every day. And really that's the only thing I care about as a coach is I want to see us play our best. And we got one more opportunity to get one more game. And, it's a great opportunity for us to play our best in all 3 phases. And that's something we haven't put together consistently this year. Haven't done it in all 3 phases this year. So we've got a great opponent coming in. We've got much respect for Navy and what they do. Our possessions will be limited. So we got to be on our game.
And, Coach, they talk about quality wins, and you hear that all the time now with the college football playoff and whatnot. what can you say on the quality of the American Athletic Conference and the respect you have for the level of competition?
Well, I just think you look across our conference in general and just see what Navy's done. You see what South Florida's doing. You see what Temple's doing. What Houston did last year and what they're doing this year as far as, the big win they had over Louisville. Our win over Houston just proves that, you can play with anybody in the country. And I firmly believe that. I feel like this football team can play with anyone in the country, and we're building it. And when you've got 95% of our production right now on this football team is coming from freshmen and sophomores, you've got growing pains. And again, it's a very tough conference. It's hard to win on the road. It's hard to win in general, but I think that the quality of opponents in this league are the parity is right there with each other.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
The next question comes from Bill Wagner at Baltimore Sun Media Group.
Hey, Chad. What are you seeing out of Navy, and what do you think has enabled them to win this West Division this year?
Well, I think they played consistent all year long. Even early in the year when they may not have been playing as well as they are right now, they were consistent. And, they've been together for so long, and I'm just repeating what just about everybody else says about them. They, very well coached. They got answers, and that's the thing that they've been around and they've been together long enough to know that how people play them from a defensive standpoint. They've got answers, and what they get to, and obviously we see it once a year, and you try to prepare for it through the course of the year, but until you get out there, it's hard to simulate. But they're playing hard, and they always will, and that's just their trademark. Coach has done a phenomenal job, and like I said, he's as good a coach as there are in college football.
Well, I was going to say, all season, a lot of the same type of teams you're preparing for, Houston, Tulsa, South Florida, they're very similar in terms of what they run. Then to have to change gears and face a triple option team, that must be difficult.
Yeah, it is, and you try to prepare yourself through the course of the year for that moment, as good as much as you possibly can. And so it is, but it's obviously the scheme is extremely, I don't want to say difficult, but it's they execute so well. What they're going to do, and they've got answers off of how you play them. And so if you line up in this front, they know what they're going to go to. And but it's like anyone else in the country. It comes down to execution. And when you can execute at a high level like they do, it doesn't matter what you do. You're going to be successful. And these guys have done a great job of this system, and they execute at such a high level.
Well, that for me, you made a huge statement against Houston. Do you feel this is a chance to make another statement by beating the West Division champ?
Well, I think so. There's no question about that. I mean, this is our as I share with our players, this is our opportunity right here to get one more, to get bowl eligible. To where we are in this program for year 2 is phenomenal, and to know that we're going up against the our division champion essentially, and playing for the conference championship next week. And man, hey, we're excited about this opportunity. I mean, what would you want in the last game of the season to have the best team in our conference coming in, or best team in our division coming in, and for us to have an opportunity to clinch a bowl spot. And so we're excited about this great opportunity we got. We know that we got a tough task ahead of us, but man, our guys love each other. They've grown together this year, and this will be a game that they'll remember.